Maryada Purushottam. It is noted that Maryada means limit and Purushottam means the greater than the greatest man. Pusha means the man of honor. The word Uttama is made of Ut, meaning above. The word Tama is one of the modes of nature, meaning ignorance. The Lord Rama is above all tamasic qualities and he is Purushottam, meaning he is greater than the greatest man or the best. Uttama, men.
He was the great follower of Panjamahayajya. Panjamahayajya means Brahmayajya, doing morning and evening Sandhya or meditation. Devayajya, doing homam or helping rishis to do homam. Pitrayajya, respecting elders and serving them. Adityajya, respecting guests and serving them. Balivashwadevayajya, taking care of animals around us.
What differentiates the immortal Rama from the mortal being is the Rama of action according to prevalent culture, circumstances and keeping this word. Throughout his life, the Rama has exhibited matchless chivalry and maturity that regards with self-awareness. For instance, when the king Dasharatha ordered him to go into the forest on exile, the Rama, without any hesitation, accepted the order and immediately proceeded. He would have protested against his father's decree by saying, "Why should I go? I am the eldest of all. I have done anything wrong in my life." Instead of disregarding the king, the Rama humbly accepted the order. He did not flout any rule. Also, he knew that the king's subjects would lose their lives upon losing him. He, without wasting a day, prepared to leave.
While seeing his family members off before departure, Rama bowed down to his father, who was feeling guilty tripped and asked for his blessings. The king asked his ministers to arrange for cavalry, elephants and horses that would be there at Rama's service at the jungle. However, Rama did not accept them.
Kaigeyi interrupted. If all is given to Rama, then what is left for Bharata? It was Kaigeyi who forced the king to exile Rama and coronate Bharata, her son, as the next king of Ayodhya. Her word filled with possessiveness failed to anger Rama, who bowed down to her also for her blessings.
During the exile, Shurpanekha, Rama's sister, tried to enslave Rama and ask her to marry her. But the Rama, with a smiling face, apologized her and introduced her to his wife. Shurpanekha failed to convince him as the Rama and maintained an absolute chivalry. At every step of Rama's life, he displayed a matchless character and morality. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuthika, Sahasranjali and Sharmini. It was very informative. Now, D.A.V, Gill, Nagar.
Raman sonna dharma padil naadil hoge. I like to play a small 5-minute Vedic chanting. Bhatram karne vishrunayama deva bhatram pashyemakshabhiryajatra sthirairangai stuštavagam shastanovirvyashema devahitayatayuho Om Bhatram karne vikarne virbhatram bhatram karne vishrunayama shrunayama karne virbhatram bhatram karne vishrunayama karne vishrunayama shrunayama karne vikarne vishrunayama deva deva shrunayama karne vikarne vishrunayama deva shrunayama deva deva shrunayama deva bhatram bhatram deva shrunayama deva bhatram deva bhatram bhatram deva deva bhatram pashyema bhatram deva deva bhatram pashyema bhatram pashyema bhatram pashyema kshavirkshavih pashyema bhatram pashyema pashyema kshavirkshavih pashyema kshaviryajatra akshavih pashyema kshaviryajatra akshaviryajatra akshaviryajatra akshavirityakshabih yajatra iti yajatra om bhurvasvaha tatsaviturvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yo nah prachodayat om tatsaviturvarenyam varenyam saviturvarenyam 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 bhargo varenyam saviturvarenyam bhargaha varenyam bhargo varenyam bhargo devasya bhargo varenyam bhargo devasya bhargo devasya dhimahi devasya bhargo devasya dhimahi devasya dhimahi devasya dhimahi dhimahi dhiyo yo no yo nah prachodayat no yo nah prachodayat no nah prachodayat iti prachodayat ధన్యవాదాలు
वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमे विदित्वा मृत्युमेति नान्यपन्था विद्यते यनाय. Respected elders and all the children present out here, namaste to all of you. So today we will discuss about one aspect of Vedic Dharma. Overall, as a layman, when you want to look at the Vedic Dharma, there are three broad buckets, which is the Pancha Mahayajna, the Yamas and the Niyamas. Pancha Mahayajna has 5 aspects, 5 yajnas, 5 Yamas and 5 Niyamas. So it's 15 concepts, 5 Pancha Mahayajnas, 5 Yamas and 5 Niyamas. If we are able to broadly understand these 15 aspects, you will be able to have a basic understanding of Vedic Dharma. So today we look at in the Pancha Mahayajna, you have the Brahma Yajna, Deva Yajna, Pitra Yajna, Aditi Yajna and Balivesh Deva Yajna, also known as the Bhuta Yajna. That is in the Pancha Mahayajna. Within the Yamas, you have Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya and Aparigraha. Within Niyamas, you have Shout, Santosh, Tapa, Svadhyaya and Ishwar Pranidhana. So these are the 15 concepts that each one of us, as we follow the Vedic Dharma, we need to understand. Today, I'll focus on the yamas, which is the ahimsa and satya. Ahimsa, I think we had covered last time, though I know the audience, some of you are new, are here for the first time possibly. But overall, within ahimsa, from a quick recap perspective, we spoke as to the definition of ahimsa is sarvatha sarvada sarva bhutana anabhidroha. Non-violence needs to be understood in its right perspective. We raised a few questions, such as if we completely believe in non-violence, say for example the way Gandhiji mentioned to us, then do we even need to have a security force? Do we need to maintain a strong defense? Right? Those are some questions that we need to see with regard to ahimsa, which we had examined in the past. Today, we will focus on satya, which is truth. Okay? Make sense, all of you children? So, when we say the truth, how do you define as to what is truth? Is there a definition of truth? Let me give you an example. Let's have a discussion. Okay, so I'll give you one scenario. I'll give you one scenario and tell me whether it is truth or not. Okay. So imagine in a bus. Okay, it's a crowded bus. Okay, and you're going in this bus, and there is a wallet you have with you in your back pocket. Okay, there's a wallet in your back pocket, and typically you have this pocket as big pocket as, right? They'll come in groups. So you'll have 2-3 people who will come, and they'll be in groups. And say one person takes your wallet and gives it to his accomplice. He takes your wallet and gives it to your accomplice. Possible? This is possible, isn't it? You suddenly realize that my wallet is missing. You immediately turn back, right? And you say that you find a person just behind you, and you ask this person, do you have my wallet? What had this person done? He had taken your wallet and given it to his accomplice. So you ask this person, do you have my wallet? The person says, no. Is it the truth? Sir, he doesn't have the wallet now. Isn't it? Does he have the wallet or no? No. He has taken the wallet and given it to his accomplice, his friend. What was your question? Do you have my wallet? And for that he said, no. Then you had another person standing along with him who was the accomplice. Okay. You asked him another question. You asked him the question, did you take the wallet from my pocket? He also says, no. So, are both of them speaking the truth? Yes? In one way, yes. Isn't it? Right? So it puts us a tricky question. That how do we look at how do you look at Satya? How do you understand truth? So Maharishi Patanjali, he in the Yoga Sutras gives a definition of truth and says, Satyam yathartha vanga manase. What is the definition? We just say it once again. Satyam yathartha vanga manase. So basically, the definition of truth, right, is that what is there genuinely in your mind, right, without committing without cheating, without having any bad intention. What is there in your mind when you mention that to the other person? Only then it comes under the definition of truth. Over here, when that person was trying to pickpocket, there was a sense of chala. Sense of chala. the sense of cheating, right? So, does that come under truth? The answer is no. I'll give one more scenario. So you are going in a desert. There is a big desert. And you are walking and walking and walking. It is noon time. The sun is at its peak. Okay? And towards in the long distance you see what? You see water. You see water. Okay? And you tell your friend, hey listen, there is water out there. Okay? But what is that generally? Is it water is there? It's a mirage, isn't it? It only seems as if water is there. But that water is not there. But you don't know about it, you genuinely believe there is water. Right? So tell your friend, hey listen, about 100 meters from here I can see water. Is that truth or not? Let's go back to definition. Satyam yathartha vanga manase. You genuinely believe that there is water out there. So is it truth or not? But water was not there. But you believe water is there. And that's why you mention it to your friend. Saying that, hey listen, there is water out there. So, this, if you go back to definition, Satyam Yathartha Vanga Manase, this comes under truth. Why? Because you genuinely believed in it. And you had no sense of cheating. You had no sense of chala. You genuinely believe in it, and therefore you mention it to your friend that there is water out there. So it will come under the truth. Makes sense? Sounds interesting? Right? As to how do we look at truth and how do we look at, right, what is false. So if there is chala, it will not come under truth. I'll tell you one thing. Have you seen those, advertisements wherein you look at for example, you look at you look at television as well or in newspaper prints as well. For mutual funds, you'll get advertisements. Do we see that, elders? Mutual funds, advertisements, right? And what do you see below that? There's a conditions applying very, very small. That font will be very big, right? And this aspect will be in extremely small font. Or even when you have, say, a television advertisement, the entire ad will run very slowly. And in the end, they will say in a super fast speed. You can hardly hear what they say. Isn't it? Have you seen that? So in print media, in television media, you see it all the time. Even in regard to the cigarettes, etc., you'll have smoking is injurious to health. They will put in very, very small font. Now the government has brought up a regulation that we have to show a big picture, etc., right? So what is that once again? If you think about it, there is a sense of, though you are required to make that disclosure to the public, but if you go by dharma, in a way it is not complete truth. Remember one thing, truth and the whole concept of this aspect, dharma, in our lives is not binary. It is not 0 and 1. We lie somewhere in between. Right? Someone could be following at 100%, someone at 90%, at 80%, 60%, 20%, 10%. No one is at 0%. No one is at 0% either. There is no one in the world who does not say any truth at all. Do you feel so? Can you think about any person who always lies? Is it possible? No. We definitely speak some truth for sure. There's no one who speaks, untruth all the time. Right? So we all fall between 100% and it's difficult to be at complete 100% except when you reach a pure, full yogic stage. The way Sri Rama reached that kind of a stage. Right? Sri Krishna reached that kind of a stage. You reach a yogi stage, then possibly you are able to be at 100%, right? Otherwise, we all are between 90, 80, 70, 60, 50. That's our level of maturity, our level of understanding the Vedic Dharma, where we find ourselves. Make sense? Yeah? So when you look at this advertisement, as I mentioned, when you talk about it this way, when you give the full ad and then you give in small letters or very, very quickly, it is not fully the truth. It is somewhere in between. Okay? So now, when you look at truth, give me few reasons as to why do we lie? Why do we don't see the truth? Can you put this into 2 or 3 core reasons as to why do we lie? Why do we say a lie?
So that we can live comfortably.
So we can live comfortably. Okay? So if you think about it, the various reasons why we lie can be put in 3 broad buckets. How many buckets? 3 reasons, 3 broad reasons as to why we generally would lie. So one bucket or one big reason is to protect ourselves. Is to? Yes or no? It happens in the school all the time. Right? You make a mistake. Right? The teacher asks you, what do you say? Because you feel that you will get punished. So you say a lie. Right? So one is to protect. It happens with elders as well, isn't it? So one is to protect ourselves. That's one bucket. How many buckets I said are there? 3 buckets. What do you think can be the other 2 buckets now? So one is to protect ourselves from any punishment or any wrong, anything that we feel will not be looked favorably upon us, right? So we say a lie to protect ourselves. One of the biggest reasons why we lie. Second, getting out of trouble. Just protect ourselves, right? Getting out of trouble, right? Second, we many times lie to protect someone else. To protect someone else, right? That also happens. Yes or no? The third reason why we lie, the third big bucket, is to show us in a better light. To show us in a positive way, right? To praise ourselves, to be seen that in a positive way. So one is to protect, one is to avoid punishment. Other is to show ourselves in a positive way, right? Are the 3 broad buckets as to why we generally lie. But what happens when you lie? It leads to, one lie leads to another. And what do you have in the process? A complex knot. You take 2 ropes and what happens? It becomes like a knot, right? It becomes difficult to. So when you say one lie, you have to, what happens? You generally have to say another lie to protect your first lie, isn't it? And then finally when it's found out, you lose all your credibility. It is something like, if you have an option, if I give you 2 options, one is to be bitten by a mosquito and other is to be bitten by a snake. What would you prefer? Mosquito, right? What do you prefer? You have 2 options. One is to be bitten by a mosquito. Other is to be bitten by a snake. Which one would you prefer? Mosquito, isn't it? Right? Same thing happens in Dharma. So when you follow this example, ahimsa, satya, it applies to all aspects. Right? For example, take satya now, the context we're discussing today. So if you are saying a lie, right, and see there's a difficult situation, you have done some mistake, right? Someone asks you, and you are about to say a lie. If you don't say a lie, you will get punished to X extent. That is like being bitten by a mosquito. But when you say lie after lie after lie, right? In the long term, what happens? People don't trust you. And that is like being bitten by a snake. This is what the Shastras have to say. Right? So it's a choice between being bitten by a mosquito versus being bitten by a snake. So Satya is a very, very integral part of Dharma. Right? So as we spoke, there are three broad buckets: Panchamahayajya, Yama and Niyama. Within Yama, we have Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Parigraha. We had some discussion around the concept of Satya. So if you have any couple of questions, we'll take that. Otherwise, we'll close the discussion. Any questions you have? Based on what we discussed? No? So I close the talk today. Ma'am, we discussed the elders first. And the PPT is there. I'll just click over this. This elders, we have this elders fest, which is being conducted today at the Pallikarnai campus of the D.A.V group of schools. It is by the Arya Samaj, and we have about 300 senior citizens from different old age homes, from about 15 homes, who are coming over there to spend a day at the D.A.V campus. There will be some like entertainment programs for them. They start of the day with an Agnihotra, and then there are programs throughout the day. In case you would like to visit the campus and just be there, it will go on till evening 5 o'clock. Right? So we wish to go and spend some time over there. I'll encourage all of you to kindly do so. Thank you.